Before I let Guy get on the microphone, I have to reflect back that when Alexis Trebetskoy decided there were opportunities in other fields away from Appleby, the board did ask him if he had any recommendations or any suggestions about current staff members who might be appropriate people to follow him as headmaster. And he was very strong in one specific recommendation, and that was that Guy McLean should be considered as head. And I had the privilege of working very closely with Guy as the new chair, and he was the new head. But it was his vision, it was his plan, and I felt it was his game, and I was sort of along for the ride. But I think on reflection, we both learned a lot from each other. I think I was chair for 9 years, the first 8 or 9 years that Guy was head. And I think it's fair to say we learned a lot. And I think that portrait reflects a lot of what Guy learned over the period of time. And he was the expert in education. And I made the comment today at the board meeting that I felt that the quality of the financial reporting was absolutely superb. And when I reflect back on the quality of the financial reporting and the depth of the financial reporting back in the late 80s, I think it wasn't quite at the same level it was at today. And I would say the other thing is that we didn't even have an HR department back in 1988, 1989. So not only did Guy provide the educational vision and leadership, which got Appleby to where we are today, but he also dealt with building an organization which could support the mission and purpose and vision of the school. And Guy, I certainly appreciate all that you've done for Appleby, and I in particular appreciate the fun and the enjoyment that you and I had working together, particularly in the first couple of years as we sort of sold the vision. So Guy, on behalf of the board, on behalf of the whole community of Appleby College, and in particular on behalf of all of those who are here this evening, thank you for all that you've done for Appleby, and I know this picture will be a long-standing hanging in the hallway and reflect your contribution to the school. Thank you very much.
One of the things that was particularly wonderful about retirement was the fact that one didn't have to give nearly as many speeches. And I have no intention of giving a speech this evening, but I do want to thank the board members that are here and the leadership team as well for the tremendous support that I've received over the years, and thank you for the portrait. Although I always thought that the more hair and less weight would probably be good. And particular thanks to Val Cambry, who managed to accomplish getting a portrait done with, despite my refusal to sit endlessly for sittings, and I do appreciate that as well. I felt well and truly thanked, especially by the board and the Appleby community a year ago. So I'm reluctant to step back in. I've deliberately tried to remain sort of somewhat removed from what's going on at Appleby, but I'm thrilled, of course, to see the people that are associated with the school still, and the board and leadership team that's here today. And of course, wish the school and Innes and the board members and everyone else associated with the school nothing but the best going forward. About a year ago here, I made the comment that board members and to governors emeritus that the work they do and the work they've done is actually tremendously important, and I think that remains very much the case. Schools like Appleby have an opportunity to be leaders in education and independent education in particular. Got an opportunity to show a light on various aspects of education that are important, not just within private schools and independent schools, but also within the educational sector as a whole. And I think that I'm thrilled to see Appleby continue in that vein. And again, simply my thanks. I have been nothing but well-fated and well-treated and thoroughly recognized and over-recognized and over-appreciated. It is lovely how memories fade and how wonderful so much of what the school accomplished was. And I'm very happy to take credit for it, but of course we all know that being the leader or the principal headmaster is one piece, but one's totally dependent on great shared leadership from the board and tremendous people in terms of the teaching staff and faculty and staff within the school to achieve anything that the school is actually going to achieve. And I think Appleby, to its credit, has achieved a tremendous amount. It's due in no small measure to the group that's here today. Thank you very much.